Hey, good morning. This is Driving with Myles. Who needs this? First, I am a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and get right into it. This is a dangerous road, so I'm going to do a driving analysis on this road. I have both hands on the wheel, so we're on a dirt road, so I look left and right. You have to go really, really slow, and it's extremely bumpy. So if you go to the edges of the road to the right, obviously you will go off the edge of the road. So you want to take your time and be smooth. You want to kind of stay toward the middle of the road and take your time and be patient. So always looking around the curve. And dirt roads like this, there are deer out here. There are other animals out here. It's a very hazardous and tricky situation. So you want to take your time and be smooth, and you want to be patient. You don't want to have sharp steering movements. Earlier on, when I first started teaching driver's ed, just sharing a story with you, my students actually went to the edge of the road, and it was raining for about a week, and we got stuck knee deep in the mud. Needless to say, we had to get towed out. So ever since then, that was a lesson learned. So see, there's a larger vehicle coming. I want to take my time. I don't want to overcorrect. If you overcorrect, the car will fishtail, and then you'll lose control. Oh, by the way, I will be going live at 1 p.m. today. So I will be uploading this today, and hopefully I'll see you at 1 o'clock on Driving with Myles live. Please subscribe, but let's continue. So I'm maintaining good speed control. I'm not overcorrecting the wheel. I'm taking my time. So I'm staying in the middle, and yes, it's extremely bumpy, and you do not want to make really aggressive steering movements. I have a warning sign that's coming up. This warning sign is telling me there's a really sharp curve. And plus at night, it's not well lit. So you want to take your time and be smooth. And at the corner coming up, I have to make a right turn. So obviously, I use my turn signal. I always tell my students 100 feet, a half a block. You want to go into the turn slow. You want to stay to the inside of the curve because you will lose control, and I'm taking my time. I'm nice and easy. So my speed control is pretty good. I'm at about 20 miles an hour. Obviously, you can tell the road has not been graded. So I'm trying to stay, pretty centered where it's nice and smooth. So I'm taking my time. I'm looking around for animals, people flying around curves, and trying to do my best to hold the wheel smoothly. If you grip the wheel really hard, you're going to be really stiff and possibly lose control of the car. So I'm scanning, I'm looking, I'm checking my mirrors, I'm checking around me, and as you can tell, it is extremely bumpy. So I'm trying to make those small, smooth steering adjustments. Next, we're going to be making a left-hand turn. And this is also on a very curvy road. So this should be a great teachable moment. So you can tell I'm gradually slowing down. And I'm going to turn on my left turn signal. I know it's really bumpy. So I'm coming up. I look left. I look right. I look left. I stop. But now I've got an inch forward. This is called showing the car. The hazard is to the right because you really have to look out. And I see cars to my right. I see cars to my left. So I'm just going to take my time. I look left and right. I'm going to go ahead and make my turn. But there's gravel and dirt on the tires. Now here's the next part of the dangerous road. I'm heading into a really curvy road. So I want to take my time and let that dirt and gravel clear from the treads of my tires. I have a warning sign. This tells me there's a very sharp curve to the left. We have our edge line to the right. This tells us that is the edge of the road. We have our double yellow pavement markings. So now, wow, take a look at this drop. You have to be at 30. I'm at about 30 right now. You have your chevron alignment signs to the left. They give you advance notice of a sharp curve. And I'm at about 30 miles an hour. I want to stay to the inside of the curve, not overcorrecting, taking my time, having really good speed control. And here are other chevron alignment signs. They'll tell you it's a sharp curve to the left. So you have to read these signs. If there's one area that I feel all students, as well as myself, needs work in, it is these pavement markings, it is these road signs. So the speed control is really smooth. I'm at 35 right now. I'm looking left, looking right, scanning. There are deer that could pop out. I'm in a heavily wooded area. So you have to expect those types of things. So I'm maintaining speed. I'm nice and smooth. I'm looking around the curve as far as I can. I have good speed control, nice and smooth. So I'm just holding the wheel steady. A lot of beginning drivers will drift to the right, and I'm gonna go ahead and drift. And that's really scary because you're looking down. Don't look down. So I'm maintaining good speed control. I'm actually off the gas, kind of coasting down. I'm at 35 miles an hour. I'm taking my time. There's a pedestrian crosswalk. It's marked properly. And up here, I'm going to be making a left-hand turn. This is another really narrow, dangerous road. So you turn in your blinker 100 feet, a half a block. I check my mirror and blind spot. You should be able to see the broken line on the pavement. This is where you merge in. If you merge in earlier or later, you will get marked down. Now I can see the tires on the ground. I am modeling good instruction. This turn is a protected left-hand turn. This means we'll first have a blinking red, and this means you stop. Then when traffic clears, you make your left-hand turn. So I'm waiting my turn, I'm taking my time. Left-hand turns are the most dangerous. So I'm just being patient. On your DMV tester, road test, your DMV tester will come up. Now I'm waiting. Those cars have the right of way over me, and I'm deliberately going to wait. There's my turning arrow, protected left-hand turn. Then I gently accelerate through my turn. I turn out slow. So I maintain speed. I'm aware of the double yellow lines, which means there's no passing. We have our edge lines to the right. A lot of beginning drivers will hesitate. You saw that car come out to our right? They'll hesitate. So I'm maintaining good speed control. I'm right at the posted limit. I'm looking ahead around the curve. I'm coming in nice and smooth. This is a really dangerous and hazardous road because of the curves, because of the speed you can pick up. You can easily lose control at night if you lose focus. And in the wintertime, it's a whole nother ball game. So you'll have more content coming on that. So I'm maintaining good speed control. I have my edge line to the right. I'm looking around the curve as far as I can. We have our regulatory signs which say no parking. I make gentle steering movements, taking my time, being nice and patient, having great speed control, nice and smooth. So your DMV tester or road tester will look for you to really just have good control of your vehicle, to not drift to the left or drift to the right. A lot of beginning drivers drive plus or minus 5 to 10 over the limit. If it's 45, you're driving 55. If it's 45, you're driving 35, both of which can cause you to have a lower grade or lose points. So now I'm following the curve around, I'm taking my time, I'm nice and smooth. We now have warning signs of deer, right? We now have another warning sign of a really sharp curve. So I'm taking my time, I'm being nice and smooth. Again, not tailgating other cars. On your DMV tester road test, you want to show great speed control, and I am modeling this for you, right? So you're learning, and now I'm just looking ahead around the curve. There's a white car behind me because I'm checking my mirror every 12 to 15 seconds. I'm smooth. If I hug the dotted white, I will lose points. If I drift to the yellow, which I'm going to now for teaching purposes, I would have lost points. So I have great speed control, good lane positioning. A good drive is really smooth. It's effortless. If you're looking down at the speedometer, you will lose points. That's another common thing. See that car drifting to the right? And yes, you want to get a little bit to the right because they're working, but you also want to maintain good speed control. So I'm nice and smooth in the curve. We have a warning sign of a traffic light ahead. A lot of beginning drivers don't recognize. So I look at it, it's green, the intersection is clear, but I'm aware that the light could change. I'm covering my brake because they turn on their blinker. So I'm slowing down really easily. And then I just maintain my speed. I scan the intersection. I'm looking ahead, and the road will get very narrow. So I'm maintaining great speed control. The hills are going down, going up. This is a great area to learn about road signs and pavement markings. If you find this of value, I need you to subscribe to my channel, Driving with Myles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I need you to like it. I love you and appreciate you. Thank you so